Hello Slaters, I hope you all are doing good. Slaters, in today's session, we will start with our 6th lesson. This lesson talks about different means of transport. In today's time, you all must be traveling through various vehicles, isn't it? Different types of vehicles are called means of transport. You all must have traveled in cars, trains, buses, motorcycles, and would be riding your own cycles too, isn't it? Let's read more about this from the textbook. Slaters, please turn to page number 96. Slaters, the first Get Set Go exercise is a simple one where you will have to write which means of transport you use to reach the school. I am sure you all must be aware of all the means of transport used for reaching this school. This includes the school bus, auto rickshaw, scooter, motorbike, car, or by foot. Now let's start reading the lesson. We go from one place to another for different reasons. Some places are so close that we can walk there. Some places are so far that we need a vehicle to reach there. There are many kinds of vehicles. Some vehicles are used to transport people, others to carry goods, and some others to carry both people and goods. Slaters, underline the word vehicle. V-E-H-I-C-L-E, vehicle. It means a means of transport. For example, car, scooter or bus. So Slaters, vehicles help us in reaching far off places easily and quickly. So the distance of the place or destination where we want to go is an important factor for deciding the means of transport. For example, if my house is very near to the school, I would prefer to walk and reach there. However, if it is very far, then I would use the school bus, scooter, auto rickshaw or car to reach there. Slaters, vehicles are used for transport of people, goods or both. But Slaters, do you all know that in earlier times, before the wheel was invented, people used to walk miles and miles to reach different places. People also used to ride horses to reach from one place to another. But after the invention of wheel, people designed different types of vehicles for transport. Let's read about the story of transport from the textbook. Story of transport. A long time ago, there were no vehicles. People used to walk long distances. It took them many hours, days, and even months to go from one place to another. They tied logs of wood together to make rafts to travel on water. Later, people began using animals to travel and carry goods. Then the wheel was invented and carts were made. These carts were pulled by horses, mules, and ponies. Even now, horse carts and bullock carts are used to carry people and goods in villages. Then came the bicycle. Cars and trains came much later. Aeroplanes, helicopters and rockets followed soon after. A rocket is used to travel into space. Slaters, underline the word rafts. R-A-F-T-S, rafts. It means a flat structure made of wood which are fastened together and used as a boat. These rafts are usually used for traveling on water. Underline the word ponies. P-O-N-I-E-S. Ponies. Ponies are a small type of horse. Underline the word mules. M-U-L-E-S. Mules. Mules is an offspring of a hybrid of horse and a donkey. So slaters, as mentioned earlier, before the invention of wheel, people walked from one place to another. This was often very tiring and took lots of time. As the time progressed and animals were domesticated, they were used as means of transport. But after the invention of wheel, it was used in carts for carrying people and for carrying loads. The first wheels were just like solid discs or sliced tree trunks. The spoked wheel was invented around 2000 BC in Turkey. The spokes made the wheels lighter. Slowly and gradually, the evolution of wheel also resulted in better and faster vehicles. Slaters, the different means of transport, are usually used based on the place where we live. It is mainly divided into land, water and air transport. Let's read about this from the textbook. Means of transport. The means of transport that we use depends upon the place we live in. In cities, people use local trains, metro trains, buses, taxis, cars, bikes and auto rickshaws to go from one place to another. In villages, people travel by bullock carts and tongas. In deserts, people use camels to go from one place to another. Horses, ponies, mules and yaks carry goods over mountains and hilly areas. Elephants are used to carry heavy logs. There are three ways of traveling: by land, air and water. Slaters, underline the word tongas. T-O-N-G-A-S. Tongas are two-wheeled horse-driven vehicles. So slaters, you all must have seen specific vehicles in specific places. In cities, we see many modern and fast-moving vehicles like cars, motorbikes, trains and buses. In villages, people used to travel by bullock carts and tongas. However, in recent times, due to improvements in roads and improved connectivity of villages and cities, people also use cars, buses and motorbikes in villages too. In mountains and hilly regions, people still use animals like ponies, horses, mules and yaks for carrying heavy weight. Mountain regions have very uneven paths with very few areas connected through roads. Therefore, they still use animals for carrying loads. Slaters, you all know that we use three ways of traveling: land, water and air. Land transport is the most important mode of transport for people living in cities and villages. They use it for reaching to their workplace and to meet their relatives. Let's read more about land transport from the textbook. Land transport. Land transport is of two kinds: road and rail. We prefer vehicles such as bicycles, cars, scooters, buses and auto rickshaws when we travel short distances or within a city. When we go to a distant place, we prefer to travel by train. In big cities, people travel long distances every day. Cities cannot function effectively if they do not have a good public transport system. The local trains in Mumbai and Chennai are the lifeline of many people. Cities like Kolkata, New Delhi, Bengaluru, Chennai, Mumbai, Kochi, Jaipur and Hyderabad have metro rail systems too. The air-conditioned metro takes thousands of people from one end of the city to another. It is fast and comfortable means of transport. Slaters, you all know that land transport mainly uses roads and rail. I am sure you all must have used both of these means of transport. On roads, vehicles like cars, motorbikes and buses are generally used. The wheels of these vehicles have tires around them which reduces the friction caused by moving of the vehicle in fast speed. Trains run on tracks. The tracks of a railroad are structures which allow the train to move by providing surface for wheels to roll upon. Local trains are trains which work within the city or locally. These trains are an integral part of millions of people living in cities like Mumbai and Chennai. Metro trains are also very convenient, clean and comfortable for journey. Unlike normal trains which have ground tracks, metro trains have subway or elevated tracks. Both of these are good public transport systems within cities. Now Slaters, apart from land, we also use water as a mode of transport. Water transport is the oldest mode of transport. Let's read more about this from the textbook. Water transport. Water transport is the oldest mode of transport. It is also the slowest mode of transport. Ships take us across big seas and oceans. A kind of ship known as passenger liner can carry thousands of people. Boats take us across rivers and lakes. Submarines can move both on the surface of water and underwater. They are used by explorers to study the ocean and as warships by different countries. Cargo ships carry goods in huge containers. A place where a ship stops for passengers to get on and off and for goods to be loaded and unloaded is called a port. Slaters, underline the word submarine. S-U-B-M-A-R-I-N-E. Submarine. It means a ship that can travel underwater and on the surface of water. Underline the word cargo ships. C-A-R-G-O, cargo. S-H-I-P-S, ships. Cargo ships. Cargo ships are merchant ships which carry goods and materials. Slaters, underline the word port. P-O-R-T. This is the place where people get on or off from the ship or goods are loaded or unloaded. So Slaters, ships and boats are the most common conveyance used as water transport. You all must have made your own origami boats and would have sailed them in a stream after rainfall. Boats and ships are used for transport of people and goods. Places around sea commonly use boats and ships as means of transport. You all must have heard about the special type of ship called the submarine. Submarine can travel underwater and on the surface of the water too. Submarines are generally used by ocean explorers and as warships. Submarines are cylindrical in shape with narrow ends. Like other ships, submarines can float on water, but these ships can control various other things too. The submarine consists of special tanks which are filled with water or air. If the ship needs to be on the surface, the tanks are filled with air. If it has to sink, they are filled with water. Another interesting mode of transport is through air. This is the fastest mode of transport. Let's read more about this from the textbook. Air transport. Air transport is the fastest mode of travel. An aeroplane can fly around the world in a very short time. It can carry hundreds of people. A place where an aeroplane takes off and lands is called an airport. A helicopter can carry only few people at a time. It is helpful in areas that are difficult to reach, such as jungles and high mountains. The army uses helicopters to airlift injured soldiers to the nearest hospital. Helicopters are also used to distribute food packets and other materials to people in areas affected by earthquakes or floods. Air travel has become very popular nowadays. It has become less costly than before. Many people prefer to travel by air as it saves time. Slaters underline the word helicopter. 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 Slaters, you all must have travelled by air at some point of time. Airplane journey has become very popular in current times as it provides comfort and allows you to reach your destination faster than other modes of transport. Airplanes can carry many people to a specific destination. Flights which take people within the country are called domestic flights, while those which take people to other country are called international flights. Helicopter does not carry many people, but it can land in difficult places. They are used for emergencies by the army. They are used for airlifting injured soldiers and also used for dropping food, clothes and other aids to people who are affected with natural disasters. So Slaters, with this we end our today's session. I would like you all to learn and practice the spellings of the new words. I will meet you soon. Till then, keep learning. Thank you.